Hey guys, it's Nita with Sweet Tea Chalking, and I want you to come along with me as I flip this Amazon mailer that I saved into something that might be a little bit unexpected. So I'm using Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster and doing one solid coat with my sponge brush. And it doesn't have to be a perfect coat because the next step is really going to cover this up. But I want it to give a good neutral background or a lighter background for what's going to happen next. So once I'm done with this solid coat, I'm going to come in with some Mod Podge. And again, a solid coat, making sure to get every corner all the way to the edges really covered with this. Dry it really well. And then I'm ironing on some Roy Cycled decoupage paper, the red ticking paper. I'm using some parchment paper and my mini press to just kind of iron over this. You can use any type of heat source that you want. And then my IOD stamp from the new spring release with IOD. I'll put the link in the comments. If I can find where I got it from, I will put that link. But look at this, guys. Oh my gosh. I love how imperfect it is. This is my favorite part of it. I wanted it to look so old, and I want it to look like it could tell a story about the history that it's lived. So I'm coming in with some Kilz finishing wax around the edges, and then I decided to come into the middle because I really wanted it to tell a story, or it looked like it could have a story to tell. So I just continued to swirl around until my heart was happy and until it looked like the vision that I had in my brain, looking like an old used vintage grain sack. So I did end up coming on the edges with some black ink and just giving it a little bit more patina. I'm shoving some tissue paper in here. You could use shopping bags. You can use anything you want, newspaper, something that's super light though, because you're going to hang it later. Folded it over, and then I did hot glue that closed. And then I'm going to put some holes in. You don't have to use a hole puncher, but I just had one on hand. And I'm going to use some 20 gauge rusty wire that I did get on Etsy a while back, and running it through there just to give it kind of even more of a rustic look. And I'm wrapping the wire around a Sharpie paint pen, but you can use your finger or whatever. Gives it such a cool little look there. And it really helps to hold it up. It's a super light project. So next I'm going to make my bow, and I wanted you guys to see, this weekend I had a bow bar where customers could pick out their ribbons, their buttons. Look at this button bar. There are so many vintage buttons here. And now this board lives in my craft room until the next craft fair. So I get to pull from it and visualize what my bow is going to look like. And that is just so much fun. So I got to pull some old ticking, coffee stain items, some vintage fabric, and some homespun fabric for this bow. And I did get to start showing you the process of the bow, but I'm so sorry guys, my battery does die in the middle of filming the bow, because I'm a mom, and I guess this is mom life, where we just kind of forget to do things. So I did not charge my phone before recording. But here it is, all finished. I really love how imperfect. I know I said that earlier, but man, I love how imperfect this is. And, you know, kind of like some water staining and some patina on it. That bow with the coffee stain and the vintage fabric, it just all kind of tied really well together. I really enjoyed this project. I had so much fun doing it. And now my husband doesn't think I'm completely crazy for keeping all those Amazon packages. Happy crafting, guys.